Hello, everyone. Welcome back another week, another episode. Potato Land, if I may say it up front like that. As you know, going to touch my face equals a little bit of nervousness. I'm not sure I have as much as I would like this week for sharing with the whole world, right? But I've been saying that the last few weeks. I think the last few episodes have been killer. So maybe so much so that I would consider linking this channel on my other social media platform that I use. We shall see. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one where I really don't have much going on, but that's not quite true. I wrote some notes and I may possibly address them. Let's see. How's everything? I immediately, go to the lowest common denominator of what the freak I'm doing here. And we all know it's a baby vlog, but with large numbers. I mean, 21 subscribers. That's more people than I, could have ever hoped for, really. Okay, and so I appreciate it, and might as well get this off the top, out of the way off the top, too. My number one commenter, I'd love to maybe address you as well. Well, I suppose you really already know who you are, but Baker, the last 5 letters, Sir, Mr. Baker. No, I just wanted to maybe just say thanks, and thanks for reaching out, messing around on my little channel, having fun, and it's, much obliged, much obliged. Okay, so where do I start? Assuming your week is going okay, going normal, going well. I had nothing. I didn't do anything this week. Just been working at a maybe you could just say a regular level. So beyond that, I did go back to last week or a couple weeks ago. Had an embarrassing social moment and was about to have another one right before we started here. It's my duty to go out and once a week talk to, in this case, what would have been around 20 people, but it's usually 9 or less, and try and make them laugh and stuff, right? So, but right before this, I thought I should probably do my, due diligence, or whatever the phrase would be, and keep my promise to myself. And I went out and showed up to the venue where you could just show up. You don't have to sign up ahead of time and stuff. I like it sort of a casual approach. This one's kind of, if I might add this detail, this one's kind of the more trendy of sorts, and they have you doing less time than your regular 5 minutes. I'm not trying to splatter details all over this, but the point just being, I showed up and I didn't see anybody outside. Got a little nervous as soon as I got there. Trying to tie the two stories together here. I was wearing a different shirt, and this was the same shirt that I wore when I got socially embarrassed on the basketball court, or at least if it wasn't all in my head, I felt like it radiated. But as soon as I got in my car, I noticed that the shirt still smelled. So that's an update on that. And we're going to be doing more to handle that problem as the weeks go by. Whenever I have a personal problem in life, let me know if you like if you handle these sort of personal problems the same way. But whenever I have a little cute little issue to resolve in my personal life, I always take as much time as possible to figure out what where I can solve the problem, and so I attack it with as little attention as possible, and then that sort of grows and grows and grows, and I find out where the problem started or how to fix it for next time, that sort of thing. I don't know why I'm getting too much into that. I certainly don't have much to talk about. Let's just quickly go to maybe what's in the news. And you guys know me, and this little program here, we are trying to be fun. If we're going to talk about world topics. And I do think this is the most interesting sort of thing, and maybe worth a whole entire episode, really. Just the subject, I mean, alone. But sort of a destabilization of the Russian elites, right? There's a Russian power struggle that just sort of happened, a little mini. I know I'm a few days late, and it's not a hot topic anymore, but we only do this once a week. Anyway, apparently, brand new news is that there was a bit of a tip-off, and maybe Putin and his staff found out that this was going to happen, and so they advanced plans, or their plans to march to the whatever that was, the capital, or it would just be the city of do I have the city right? Moscow? Sooner. And I was just going to add my personal opinion, which might not be as hilarious as I thought it was going to be, but it's something like, I think after watching that video, I think maybe things would have went better if they weren't Russian. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully I have more to discuss. We've covered everything I wanted to cover. Like I said, not doing much, but you would think that I would want to do something 1 week after saying I didn't do anything but sleep last week. And it certainly affected me. I mean, talking to so many people here, I signed up to do something for next week. We'll see if I actually follow through with my plans. It's looking unlikely, since I'm in a rush to catch up on little details in my life. But maybe that should be fun. Oh, and then just because I don't really have much else here, I think I saw a arguably popular person, maybe a, I don't know, influencer or something. I've mentioned her in a previous video in Beverly Hills, passing through. Now, I don't do fun stuff, right? This would just be driving for work. But if I just think I saw her, I'm not sure it's worth bringing up. So I'll just leave it at that. I don't want anybody to think that I have a crush or anything, or, I'm making up, I'm pixelating faces from 20, 30 feet away the way that I want them pixelated so I could share with you guys. I don't know. Okay. Well, I don't believe there's more than that, guys. I would love to just go back to those days where I can just turn on the record button and wing it. I mean, I'm sure I've done that more than a handful of times, but we're deep in this thing now. We are deep. Not to mention the number of episodes and stuff. I mean, there's no going back anymore. And, last thing. Before I check the time, but really before we go, as far as advertising, not that it's ever going to come up, but I did want to make an early promise that I promised to sort of not use this thing for that sort of thing, and just hopefully these words don't bite me in the ass later. But essentially, I'd like to put my missed appointment. Oh, let's get back to that story. I pulled up to this place, and then because there was nobody outside, I Googled or looked up on their website. Apparently, it's not the same. They don't have the same schedule, so I can't just show up unless I wanted to tell a story, which my routine might be a long story, and probably should have been brave enough to go in there, but I had a mess of a social dilemma that I didn't want to, spread to further things that I enjoy, sort of situation. So, where were we? I'd like to keep that stuff as my number one focus, right? And this would be all of this would be an advertisement in itself, right? But good thing is, we will look at the time, but good thing is, short and sweet is short and sweet. But before I go, let's see, kind of forgot what I was going to say. I was already thinking about goodbyes. Let's get out of here. Okay. Skedaddle, but do your thing. Everybody do your thing, do this if you want. And keep it up, keep it moving, keep rolling. Appreciate it. I'd like to say some inside thing that my number one commenter has, commented on my page, but, fish are doing okay, and we'll leave it at that. Okay, sweet. Well, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for tuning in or coming back if you have. I appreciate it, guys. Till next week, have a good one. Bye-bye.